This video contains strong language not suitable for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
While Chris is figuring out if he owns a D20 or not.
And the other two are muted. I'm not sure where they went.
Are they both muted?
Are they both
muted?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm here.
Yeah, Zach is muted, and Kendrick is not. So,
but I'm here.
Yeah.
Kendrick's
so
muted.
When we last left off, and Zach, are you rolling actual dice or are you just digitally doing it?
I have actual dice.
Hooray! So when last we left off, let's just summarize Thursday's episode for the people in the room, and Chris will come back right when his character gets reintroduced, and it'll be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all went down into this bizarre mechanical cave, and kind of troped around following this string that Marcus and y'all were following to try and find what happened to this family. And while you were moseying, there were a lot of very intricately sealed doors, varying sizes, colors, and as you're moseying around, I believe it was Lamy was like, I want to open this door. I want to see what's behind it. And quickly discovered there was a mating pair of hippogriffs on the other side of the door. And Lythar, being the woodsman that he is, was like, hey, we should not spook these. And to which Lamy said, we should spook these, and proceeded to spook them. They bolted for the door. The hippogriffs made it out. No one was trampled, conveniently. Everyone made it out better than expected. And so you followed the thread, and the thread ended in a square room with several smaller doors leading out from this room, and what looked like a luggage rack, like a locker room style rack of clothing and gear. And inside one of these rooms, he was just there waiting for him to sit down. Inside one of these rooms was the room was unlocked, but inside this room was a Goliath staring at the door, waiting for it to open. And so when it opened, my timing is still excellent. So the door opens, and you met this Goliath. You met this lumbering Goliath with a conch shell and a javelin, who appeared to have just kind of moseyed his way down here and had found himself in a holding cell for a little while and just kind of hung out. In the other two of the other cells, you found the two males and the two females of the family you were trying to find. And in the fourth room, y'all found a hook monster, and it tried to give you a hug.
Did I miss anything, or were you just recapping?
I'm just recapping.
Okay, thank God. I came back and I was like, what?
No, we're just recapping. And Chris is being a toddler with his Uncrustable.
My band gave them to me.
Are you sponsored by Uncrustables? Or
No, I wish.
Your Twitch stream?
They're the best little
They're the
snackies.
bomb.
Dude, I like the crust. That's like the best part.
What's
I
wrong with
concur.
them?
Crust is pretty dope, man.
Because the crust gives you a difference between the white and the red.
Yes.
That's how you know you've hit the edge.
Yes.
That's what the peanut butter does.
No, because we'll argue about this later.
I got these and now I don't have
Can you guys hear me, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah.
You sound,
Okay.
sound just fine. So after the hook monster was swiftly put down, thanks to the combined efforts of pretty much everyone, you were all making the exit, and as the family was going up the chute first, some kind of alarm was tripped, and as our wild magic detecting barbarian pointed out, the magic seemed like the family crossing threshold tripped that alarm. There's some kind of magical tripwire they hit, and so y'all straight up the chute. Lythar was hurled up there like a Christmas tree with utmost precision. We're all very proud of him. But everybody made it out. And then once everyone escaped to the top Core decided to attempt to blast the incoming swarm of droids back down from whence they came. Didn't work entirely according to plan, but it worked well enough, and Marcus's 2 men were able to seal the chute with a very large boulder. And so the dust is settling. Everyone's kind of in a sort of semicircle around where this boulder just landed, but you're probably 10 to 15 feet away. And everyone's just kind of breathing your first breath of fresh air in. It's only been a couple of hours, but it feels like much longer because of the literal fight or flight experience you just had trying to get out of the chute. And does anyone have any questions before we begin?
No.
We just got out, and that's where we ended, right?
You guys are like the boulder. There's still dust in the air, but you guys are all taking a communal breath of fresh air.
And just to make it clear, Ronan did tell us about the things on their feet, right?
Correct.
Okay.
He shouted that as he grabbed Lythar to shot put him up the chute.
Okay, cool. So right off the bat, Core's not going to waste any time, and I'm going to yell for everybody to come over to me.
Don't worry, little man, I'm coming. Wink.
The family included.
Oh.
So I might be foregoing the voice for today.
Yeah, that's fine.
A little bit of lore breaking.
And oh no. How dare you not be consistent with a voice after just having a conversation about the voice change?
I'm gonna say, everybody get over here.
There we go.
You know,
that's fine. I'll allow it.
And cool. And so I'm gonna kind of motion to like, heck, I'll turn the camera on for a second. I'm gonna like motion for everybody to like get in some sort of touchy circle.
Marcus is kind of like is sitting with the family. He's like, "What are you doing? Like, what's going on?"
It's like I just like hurry them over here.
He's like, all right, fine, whatever. Can we at least sit in the shade under this rock for a second? Like, we'll just
yes.
So Marcus and his men help the family stand up and shuffle over so they're in the shade under this rock.
Now, Josh, to my knowledge of how electricity works, if we are all touching and there's current coming from you, is anybody actually getting shocked?
Yes.
Shit. Okay.
That's how that works.
Zach's gonna end the game and kill everyone involved.
I don't know.
It's technically not a TPK.
I have a quick question.
Because circuits and I don't know. Chris
is dying.
Are we resuming as if we have had a long rest?
No.
What does that mean? No rest?
No long rest.
Okay.
You guys, literally seconds have passed from the end of the last one. There's been no time to rest.
Perfect.
I don't know.
He's joking.
It works.
If you touch electricity.
All right. Is everybody standing in the circle?
Everyone's like, yeah, everyone.
Bunch of assholes standing in a circle.
You are like you're one held hand away from a closed circuit, if that's what you're asking.
Who's the last held hand?
Well, who wants to hold Core's hands?
I'll hold Core's hand.
All right, so without saying anything, and this may piss them off, I'm going to elicit just the tiniest current of electricity through everybody.
Okay. Let's see, because you're a cleric. You use wisdom to cast, right?
Yes.
Yes, give me a straight wisdom check.
Wisdom check. Oh no, nat 1.
Oh no.
The wisest and fairest among all the dwarfs.
You close the circle and holding your hammer. Actually, do you want real quick, kind of breaking it? Do you want like the hammer to be the focus of this? So like everyone's touching the hammer.
No, I was gonna really just have it be a
Just like being holding hands.
Yeah.
Like you're a bunch of who's done in Whoville.
yeah.
So you reach out and you begin to focus and you begin to pray to Belagar.
Baron our true silver.
So you begin to pray to Baron our true silver, asking for the gift of lightning to not harm anyone, especially the children.
Oh no!
Not the women.
You already yeeted them across the field.
And you feel current. You feel the familiar tingles of electricity, and it flows out your right hand
Oh no.
Huh?
into through Marcus, through his two men,
Oh no.
into the young boy Victor,
Oh no.
Oh no!
into Lilu, and you see this blue glow sort of pass through, and it gets to the husband and wife, Sally and Kenneth.
Oh no!
Hands so tightly that their knuckles are white, and you see Ronan, how long is your detect magic last?
Detect magic spell slot using Constitution as a spell. Your corresponding magic detect. You choose the colors. You can use this feature 3 times, regaining all expended uses when you finish a long rest. No idea. It does not say.
Isn't it just like a single instance?
No, because I think.
Well, when I was
detect magic is
watching,
up to 10 minutes.
yeah,
Oh.
and I
Has
just
it been
used
longer
it
than 10 minutes.
It has not
climbing
been
up
10 minutes since he
the.
cast it.
Okay.
So, Ronan, you see this blue wave kind of pass through everyone in the group, and it gets to these last two, kind of stops halfway through Kenneth, halfway through the male, the father. And it's butting up against this grayish silver, and you see the blue kind of you feel it increase, and everyone else in the chain starts to feel like it's no longer just a super pleasant tingling. It's starting to like ache, like it's the worst dead leg you've ever had, and it's through your entire body. And finally, this pressure builds and builds and builds, and then it finally, like a dam bursting, the current pushes this gray magic through, and it pushes through Kenneth, and it funnels down his arm and then into Sally, and this gray, it's like pushing a cinder block wall. It's just this slow, steady push of current, and it pushes its way through, and it goes through Lythar and through Lami and into Ronan, and finally it gets back to you, Core, and it stops. You feel the current come into your left hand, but it feels like there's something blocking it.
Yeah.
But it pushes in, and you feel this heavy. It almost feels like that weight at the bottom of your stomach when you know something bad's about to happen. It settles there.
Oh.
And the current flows around it, but this weight stays there.
Okay. Immediately.
Ronan, the gray that you saw in them, all of that has concentrated in Ronan, like right in the middle of his torso, or in Core, in the middle of Core's torso. And it looks to be like a ball, probably the size of a softball.
Core ate a robot spider.
Okay.
Core, just so you know, there's something weird about your stomach.
Yeah.
I forgot what my voice was.
I stopped casting. I let go. Or attempt to let go. Am I immobilized? I don't know.
What were you saying?
I was going to say I was going to let go. I was going to say that while it was going around, but I didn't want to interrupt you. Like,
You can interrupt.
Oh, just like while that current was passing through everybody.
Yeah,
you
I
wanted to
was
let
gonna
go?
just get out of the circle like this. I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of back away and just take my hands off of everybody else and just stare at the
the dwarf.
what's the word for that thing?
Cult leader.
Yeah.
So yeah, Court, you drop the circuit, you release the lightning, and the weight is there, like that
Hasn't
feeling is
left.
still there,
Yeah.
but you're still completely ambulatory. Like you're
Okay.
the only thing that feels different is just you feel dread.
Okay.
And
I don't like it. I rage.
Can't
Why
rage.
are you raging?
I don't like it.
You don't know any of this. You just
Oh.
know that like you well, because you know that there's like the gray is in his chest.
The grayscale.
The whatever that gray matter is lodged in his chest. You sure you don't like it? What is raging gonna get you?
No, nothing.
He's got the grayscale.
Unless you're gonna rip it out of him, in which case,
Okay.
Can I?
that's full initiative.
Or should you
I-
just zap
I
yourself?
I take my hammer and I like put it where that is.
Mhm.
Ooh. Are you gonna like do a homemade? You know?
That's kind of the goal.
Is this like a situation? Or...
And I'm gonna try to. I don't know if it's within my power at all, but I'm gonna try to extract whatever this is.
Can we all see this gray spot, or can only Chris see it since he's detecting magic?
Only Chris can see it because it
So
is all
we-
internal.
So pretty much.
Well, he
Me
said it. He
and-
said it out loud though, and I got scared, so I backed away.
Okay, yeah, okay. I already backed away too. Okay.
He said, "What's that thing?" And he looked scared, so I kind of looked scared.
Yeah. Okay.
So Marcus directs one of his men to make sure that Kenneth and his family are all right, and Marcus and his other friend are standing there with their bows knocked, not ready to fire, but they're a little wigged out by the fact that apparently there's evil gray magic inside the dwarf.
Yeah.
that their new friend does not like.
Yeah.
Wait, is evil gray magic a thing before this?
No.
Oh, okay.
You're the first person in the party with detect magic.
Ah, okay. So it might not have been the first time. We just don't know. Well, they don't know.
Nobody
You don't know
knows
that. You don't
except
know
me.
that. I don't know.
Okay.
So Core, you want to what would you like to do?
I feel that this is there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm. Is there some sort of way that I can extract this energy from myself? Or...
You can ask your god really, really nicely.
All right, so I'm going to drop the hammer, and I'm going to clutch the holy emblem around my neck, and also hold my mother's ashes that are strapped around my waist.
Oh,
on
God.
my other hand,
That's hard.
and I'm going to internally pray to Baronar True Silver.
Okay.
To relieve me of this burden.
Give me a wisdom check at disadvantage.
Okay.
Go for the 2.
That is a nat 20 on 1.
Hey.
Too bad it's disadvantage.
I know.
Yeah.
Nat 20
And
on
that
2!
That is a 16 plus 4, so 20 on the second one.
That's not bad.
You feel the light and the lightning. You feel the fury of the storm. You using the ashes, using the amulet, and putting yourself as wholly in touch with your god as you can. You feel the lightning. You just feel it start from the amulet and run through your body to your hand holding your mother's ashes, and it passes directly through this lump, this weight, and it starts to heat up, and then it starts to twitch. This jerking, violent twitch. Do you want to keep going?
Yes.
Okay. So you just keep praying and you start amping up the current, and the people in the room, you start to see the amulet in his one hand you see the contact points start to glow, like they start to heat and start to glow red, and you see him physically, like you can tell that he's in pain from the expression on his face. Zach, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Okay.
While he's doing that, would anyone like to do anything to try and help? Would anyone else like?
I don't know how to help him with
I
that.
don't-
That
yeah,
is a nat 1, Curtis.
Yeah,
I could rage,
Yeah,
and that
natural-
would proc.
natural 1.
But wait. Listen for my raging. I could rage, which could then give me some sort of magical ability to do something.
Chuck,
But
Like
it's
kill
a
me?
random,
Like-
or electrocute you more. I don't know.
or absorb the damage and you would survive it, maybe.
Can I? I
Can
kind of
you
feel.
rage twice?
Yeah, I can rage 3 times before a long rest.
How is a rage going to help any of this?
Because I get magical powers when I rage.
The only thing I can think of is if he gets more like constitution or more hit points, if maybe he can try to touch him and absorb some of the damage.
I have a lot of hit points, so
So-
I could just.
You say that, Chris, but then you'll die.
But
Are
then
we
I'll
gonna
die.
Are we gonna Guardians of the Galaxy this thing?
I think so.
There's no dance off yet.
I'm going to take my left hand and put it on Core's right shoulder.
Are you actually raging? That's an important question.
Yes, I
Okay.
will rage.
Okay, roll me a d8. 'Cause this could be really bad.
Oh, good.
No.
Roll d8. I got 4.
Oh, no.
All right,
Oh.
how about as Lythar notices him to start raging, I kind of like go on the other side of the boulder, and I'm like, nope, I'm not. Like, I'm not in the blast area of this. So like Lythar just kind of like, not sneakily, but kind of like nonchalantly, like without trying to make a scene, kind of just creeps behind the other side of the boulder we planted. Like, uh-oh.
Okay.
So what
Lythar,
does
while
a
you-
what's a
Lythar,
4
while
give me?
while you're retreating, the Marcus's man that has been supervising the family sees you leaving. And is like, we should go with them.
Yes.
So
I was
he, like-
I was gonna say I like kind of motioned. I was gonna say I should motion to them like follow me, like step away.
Get on the other side of the rock.
I'm gonna kill
Yeah.
Zach accidentally.
Um,
it's
so-
entirely
so
possible.
while they're moving, Josh, is there anything you'd like to do?
Breathe fire on
Freaked
us.
out by all this. I don't know what to do. I don't think there's anything I can do that can help.
Mhm.
Are you gonna stand there and watch?
Yep.
He has a big ass shield. He can stay there and watch.
So Core, as this it's starting to charge. Ronan, when you're raging, you get so you don't get resistance to any of this damage. So you're putting it on his left shoulder.
Yes.
Core, where is your amulet?
Hanging around my neck.
Okay, that's around your neck. So never mind. So you're not going to take a direct hit. So we're going to roll a d4 instead. Once I find my d4.
I wish I had a D4. Thanks, Amazon.
Literally go to Julian and say, hey, Curtis told me to come in here and buy dice and see if he'll put it on the account and save you $6 or 6%. So, Ronan, when you touch Core's shoulder, your hand clenches and the current starts to flow through you. Like it is basically you are stuck now to him until this current stops.
Like Static Shock. What a good show.
Yeah, what a great show. You take 1 point of lightning damage, and you
The-
are now basically glued to him until this thing stops.
Great. All right. Does lightning
Um,
damage have any like weird effects that I should know about?
Not right now.
All right, when I do that? Oh.
You're just
Okay,
not
I figured it out.
resisting. Yeah, you're just
Okay,
not
I figured it out.
resisting. Yeah, you're not resistant to that.
Okay.
And so Lami, you're just kind of behind your shield.
Yeah, I'm scared of what's going on right now.
And Core, you nat 1 the con check.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the worst pain you've ever felt,
Mm-hmm.
and it's made worse because the lightning is so familiar.
Good.
So you feel like you're used to the burn of the lightning, and this is a deeper burn, and you actually kind of feel it branching out along the paths the lightning is running through you, and is
Yeah.
going towards your neck and towards your mother's ashes on your hip. Would you like to keep going?
Does he?
Yes.
Oh God.
What was your question, Lami?
How in pain does he look?
Very.
Okay.
He's like it. The look on his face has gone from pure there's an anguish there that is more than just physical pain.
I'm gonna go ahead and get lay on hands ready just in case.
What's hands ready? What's that?
Lay on hands.
Lay on hands is a healing spell.
It's my healing.
I'm looking at Lami, not Core. Core, are you resistant to lightning?
It would make sense if I was, but I
Also,
don't
you
think I
should
am.
be.
You're also
I am.
or you're
Where
in
would I
chainmail, so like
Yeah, no. Of all the things I'm resistant to, lightning is not one of them.
okay.
I hate to be that guy, but when I was dying on water earlier, I spit my water into my cup, and now it's all nasty looking. Can I go get water real quick? Because I'm dying.
Chris, you can do whatever you need to
Okay,
do.
go.
Okay.
It's still just a game.
You don't need permission to get water.
See, look
He
at
does.
it. Doesn't that look good?
If you gotta go, you
Oh
gotta
no,
go.
it looks like Berwick water.
All right, Curtis.
Anyway, so you wish to continue?
Yep.
Give me a wisdom save and a con save.
Wisdom and con?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy. The wisdom save was 9.
With your +6?
Oh no, then it's 11.
Okay. That's why I did saving throws.
Yeah. And the con save is what's my is 12.
Okay. So you buckle down and keep drawing, and you just keep pulling more and more and more lightning, trying to do this, and you feel it, the spread of this accelerating, trying to reach these two contact points.
Yes.
And you hear a voice in your head that you've only heard once or twice before. In your deepest prayers, you hear a voice in your head say, "Stop. You're killing yourself.
Keep
Stop."
going.
What? Stopping the name now?
Okay. Core
It's your mother.
core stops.
There you feel the
No,
lightning
keep going.
pour out of you just feel the lightning, the electricity ground itself, flow through your feet and into the earth.
Yeah.
Ronan, your hand is finally released. Like you can finally move your hand again.
I take 2 steps back.
Have I taken damage?
You would have if you failed the second con save.
Okay. Cool. Good to know.
You don't feel great. If I remembered what exhaustion did, I would probably give you a point of exhaustion.
I forget
By
how
trying
it
to
works.
literally cook yourself.
Yeah.
Do I still see the thing in his chest?
Do I smell nice?
Your hair is a little in disarray.
Yes.
And your skin's a little darker than it was a minute ago. And if you looked under the plate mail, you would see a very and Josh, if at any point I describe lightning incorrectly, please let me know.
Kurt, keep going.
There's a thin web work of, it kind of looks like scorch marks, just like
Okay.
it looks like it's just like spider webbing from point to point. But there's
It'd be like white, wouldn't it?
this one is darker than it should be.
Okay.
And in that's if you were to like take off all your armor and everything, you would notice this. Ronan, you can see that same you with your detect magic up, you see this spider web through his chest, running from neck to hip, sort of running through where that gray mass is. It's now expanded out in these different.
So he made it worse.
Cool. Give me actually, because you don't know that. If you want to know more, you can give me a check for it.
I'll do a check for it. How do I check?
Okay. You will roll d20, and let's make that.
I did just get electrocuted.
Let's do a medicine check.
Medicine check.
Mm-hmm. So your wisdom is +0, and you don't have proficiency in it. So whatever you roll on a d20 is the number that matters.
Okay, a 2.
Okay. It's not in the same shape it was before. Whether or not that's good or bad remains to be seen. Because it's still in his chest, it's probably not the best, but it's a different shape, and that could mean any number of things.
Good.
And Marcus and his lackey are standing there, and their bows are higher now than they were a second ago.
Do Marcus and lackeys have like any sort of special abilities that
not to our knowledge
we could? Should I ask them? I could ask them. Oi, you Marcus fellow, do you guys have any special? I don't know what my accent was before. Do you guys have any special abilities that could help in this situation?
What a direct question.
You piece of shit.
Barbarians. God, I love barbarians.
I think your accent should be ever changing.
Just every day.
And Marcus and his like they throw a glance at each other and they're like, no.
Okay.
Well, you're a bunch of useless, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been trying to kill these. Sorry, I've been trying to stop this thing for a while now. Whatever. And he turns and gives a whistle to his lackey behind the boulder with Lythar, and his lackey's like, "All right, I think we're good to go out. We can go now."
Cool. How do I feel?
You feel like shit.
Cool.
You feel you're exhausted from channeling that much power, and also like it's less of like a cinder brick in your chest, and more it's just like you're under a weighted blanket, like you're carrying a weighted blanket.
Yeah.
It's not crippling. It's not like you need to stop and rest every time. It'll take some getting used to, especially right now.
Okay.
Is there a cleanse in D&D?
Yeah, it's you just drink some essential oils.
You know what I mean.
It's actually
some essential oils.
It's a coffee enema. You have to discover and invent coffee.
Cucumber water. Yeah.
Hot brown morning potion.
It's called alcohol.
It's a jade egg you shove up your butt.
All right. Anyway, let's keep going.
So Marcus, having brought everybody out from behind the boulder, or whistled to signal everybody out, Marcus walks over to Cor and he goes, "Are you? You all right?"
Oh, yeah, I think so.
All right. He gives you like a really good. Actually, let me. Yeah. He gives you a look that if it had been from him about 6 hours ago before you went into the hole, it would have been intimidating. But there's a little bit of fear behind his eyes.
Sure. Okay.
Because he just watched you channel lightning through your chest.
Yeah.
And you're still a little crisp. Like your amulet is still smoking a little bit.
You're a little crispy.
You're a little fried chicken.
Okay. Cool. Well,
so
back to town then.
What's a town? Where are we going?
Here's the deal. We got paid for this job.
I got paid.
Well, no, we got paid.
Yes, you've already been paid. We need to get paid though.
Oh, I've been
Yeah.
paid. Oh,
Already,
okay.
yes. I
Oh, my
talked to them
accent
about your
changed again.
account.
My
Yeah.
account. Oh, what's an account?
Don't worry about it.
We'll tell you.
Okay.
Kendrick, you are super quiet.
Oh, shit. Is that
shit.
better? Damn it!
That
I
sounds
even
better.
tried the voice and I felt better.
No, the voice sounded good. I just couldn't hear you.
My bad. I moved it up closer to my face. I've been sitting here for a while, so I think I moved it.
We lost him. There goes
It's
Zach.
gone
here.
forever.
I'm here.
We'll miss him. Sometimes I
If
can
I
hear
if I
his
start
voice.
if I start to use video, the audio falls apart and
Okay.
comes
Oh,
back.
Somebody needs better Wi-Fi.
Well, I'm in Megan's house.
So anyway, what were you saying, Lythar?
What? What's Chris's guy's name? Right,
Ronan.
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 Ramen.
I said to Ronan, I was like, "Don't worry, barbarian. You've already been paid."
Oh,
With like a soothing, convincing voice, as in like, "Shut the fuck up. You're not
Are you-
getting our
Are
money."
you gonna try?
well,
that?
fine. If you say so. I don't remember this.
You
When was
see,
I paid?
You see, here in the city, when you do a job, it goes in what's called your account, and all you need to do is
To the
at any
accounts,
shop
then.
You want to go to. Listen, at any shop you want to go buy
I think the barbarian just said, "Quick to the accounts," and left.
Yeah, he just
See,
booked it.
I don't think he's actually. Gone.
I don't know where the town is.
So
Could
if-
one of you
listen,
take me
listen.
there?
We'll take you to the town, but if you just tell any shop just to put it on your account, then they'll take that money.
Oh. Okay.
All right, let's go.
I'll
Do I
lead the
have an
way for
account?
you, barbarian. Let's go.
No,
Thank you,
don't have
little
an account.
ears,
Shut up.
man.
Where
So-
can I
so-
get one of these accounts?
Son of a bitch.
Lythar grabs fucking. Goddamn, what the hell's Chris's name?
Ronan.
Ronan. I'm gonna pull him up. Ronan. Okay. Lythar grabs Ronan like by his arm and like just starts walking to town, as in like, "Let's go, motherfucker."
All right, we're walking to town.
Okay.
Back
Everyone's
to
a
lady, whatever.
Lady Cost. So
Yes.
you guys are making your path down. Kind of you're following. The thread has been sort of lost, but Marcus knows these woods really well. And Kenneth and Sally, like they know this area really well. Marcus knows it a little better because he's been running around in the woods for a hot minute. As you guys close in and get closer to where you picked up the initial trail, start closing through more and more forests. Everyone, give me a perception check, please.
All right.
That's a
That's gonna be,
D20 with a something added?
Yes. So perception
Is wisdom.
is your wisdom
Mhm.
modifier.
Okay.
That's my rolls are great tonight. That's gonna be a 7 for me.
I got a 19.
I got a 15.
I'm the smartest.
I got a 19.
Ooh!
You're the perceptiest.
I'm the
I got a plus.
perceptiest.
I mean, I have a plus
What?
4 bonus.
Oh.
So.
So did you
No,
get...
no,
Yeah.
No. So I got a 15 with the plus 4. Did Chris
Oh.
get better than? What did you get?
I got a static 19.
He had a base 19.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
His roll was way better.
Hey guys, I hate to be that guy. I gotta go.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, I'll talk to you.
Good luck, buddy.
And that's the last time we heard of him. So the two motherfuckers, and also Marcus, who roll a 19, which would be Ronan and Lythar. You notice there are fresh tracks on the trail around the house. So like you've arrived back at the burned down house from your first night in town. Ronan, we've just shown up at like an abandoned, burned down farmhouse in the middle of the woods.
Well, this looks like garbage.
The family that you're with breaks down and begins to cry because they recognize enough of what's left of their house is that their house is burnt down.
Oh,
This
no.
was yours.
Conveniently, the barbarian lacks all tact.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't even know.
They're just sobbing into their hands, and Marcus is like trying to be consoling. He just kind of looks over at you and he's like, knock it off. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Fine. Oh, my accent changed again.
Barbarian has multiple personalities.
I do. That's what happens when I rage.
So, but looking at the ground, you guys see multiple boot prints and hoof prints, and see that there's been chunks of rubble that have been shifted. Like pretty sizable pieces of lumber, but nothing massive. Lami, what was your perception?
15.
15. You are taking a peek at like the road and everything, and you're seeing a lot of. You see the footprints more towards the inside of the house, and like the ashes, and where rubble has been shifted around inside the house.
Mm-hmm.
And Marcus has noticed this, but he and his friends are consoling the family.
Right. I would like to go explore the inside of the house.
Okay.
And just see kind of what they were moving and why.
Okay.
I would like to go with him.
Okay. Lythar, would you like to go into the ash of the house as well?
Is the family just standing outside, like literally mortified?
The family is basically like sitting or kneeling on the ground, and they're just kind of crying.
I'll stay with them and try to comfort them.
Okay.
I'll try
Like,
to be.
They're there.
No, like yeah, but like actually, seriously, yeah.
Oh yeah, it would have been great to stay behind.
There,
little one.
And Cora's going to stick with them as well, and just kind of like make nice dwarven platitudes of, "You'll be fine. We'll have a stiff drink and you'll feel better. I'm sorry about your house. That's why we build them out of stone where I'm from." So Lami and Ronan, you guys kind of mosey into the house. And so I'm gonna give y'all the choice. You can either both make a perception check, or one of you can make a perception check and the other one can help and give them advantage on it.
I can help.
Let's do that.
You have 2 strong arms. So yeah, give me that perception check at advantage.
I rolled a 7. I'm not helping a lot.
What'd you roll, Josh?
That means we each get 1 roll, right?
Advantage. You get 2 rolls.
And he's helping. Okay.
So Chris, you don't have to roll anything. You just say, "I'm
God.
helping him."
Oh, okay.
So Josh will roll 2. You give him
Chris threw me off there.
Oh.
You give him 2. You basically, if you had a physical die, you would basically be going, "Here, use this." And he rolls 2 and takes
That will be a 19 for me. Thank God, because my first roll was a 2.
Oops.
I like playing at a real table because people are handing dice around.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a cleric cantrip called Guidance where I can give somebody a D4 to use on an ability check. I keep a D4 on my spell card and hand it out to people. I'm just like, "Here, use this." So like our rogue was lockpicking a bunch of doors, and I was like, "Here." I just kept sliding him the die. So anyway, so you start shuffling around and you see they were looking there. The rubble has been cleared around where, from what you remember of the house, the last time you were in here, into the 2 bedrooms have been more like shifted away, and people have kind of sifted through there. And what looks like some kind of like there's bits of wardrobe. There's like a large chest. The chest looks like it's been opened. after the fire. And things have been moved around and lifted. And kind of just from the soot and the ash, things are not where they were when the fire started. But nothing appears to be missing.
Except the contents of the chest.
Well, they're just strewn about. Or is it gone?
The chest is locked.
Oh, the chest is locked.
Oh.
Well,
I thought
I should have mentioned that sooner.
It looks like they were looking for something, but I can't tell if they've taken anything.
Oi! Elvish friend! Where's Elvish friend? Elvish friend!
I'm outside with the family. Can I hear them from?
I'm
there?
loud as fuck, so I would hope
He's
so.
loud as fuck, and the house is burned. They're literally standing in the rubble of a burned down house.
Like there's no
So-
walls.
The only permanent structure left is the chimney that was filled with little robots when Josh lit it on fire.
So I'm like there
forgot
confronting the
I lit
family,
on
and I hear that. And I
You
kind
hear
of
that?
just and I kind of just sign. I'm like, hold, and I tell them, I'm like, hold on. I'm like, yes, barbarian.
Can you ask those sad people what's in this here box? Looks from Lomi said that. Well, Lomi didn't say, but Lomi looked at, questioned it puzzlingly. The dragon boy found this box. What's in the box?
So because he's so loud, I don't feel like repeating this to the family that is literally bawling their eyes out about their home being destroyed, and I know they
Wait,
heard it.
did Josh burn down the house?
He started the fire.
We were
Nobody put it out.
Oh,
Yeah.
we were kind of surrounded by those little
robot
things.
things. I
And
forgot
I
that's.
decided the best way to deal with them would be to use my dragon breath.
Forgetting that we're in a house that
just like I
belongs to
forgot,
people.
just like
The
I
house
forgot
is-
we were in a cavern and I deafened everybody.
Yeah.
Goosh.
So yeah, I don't repeat it. I just kind of look at the family, knowing they heard it, and I'm kind of just like look at them like, well.
So Marcus like is also listening to this conversation, and he's just like, he goes over to Kenneth, and they have a private conversation.
Oh yeah, because Marcus knows we burn it down. He was. Or wait.
Marcus knows.
Does he? Was he with us
No.
yet? No, he wasn't.
Marcus doesn't know that you burned it down.
That was the guy. That was. I know. He was like the.
The constable.
The
Yeah,
John.
the constable, the guy that lost an eye.
The constable's still in town.
Right.
And so you, Marcus goes over to Kenneth, and they have a conversation. And Kenneth is just shaking his head, and he's just like, no, there's nothing in that. No, there's nothing in that. And Marcus walks over to Lythar, and he's just like, can you tell your really, really loud friend that there's nothing in that box? It's just clothes. It's just a trunk at the foot of the bed. There's nothing valuable in that.
So
Can-
Lythar like nods his head, and I kind of like walk into the, not the building, the area where there used to be a building, and I kind of like approach the two numbnuts standing there, like, what's in the chest? I'm just like, listen, guys,
like that, but yeah.
there's nothing in the chest. Don't bother this family.
Well, then open the chest. Obviously, someone wanted in the box, so that there has to be something in the box.
No, they were in the house. They didn't want in the box. They didn't.
They
open
didn't want the box. I thought they wanted in the box, but the box was locked.
No, you wanted in the box.
Oh, what was the point of talking about the box?
it.
You
It
said
was-
the dragon boy gave it a puzzled look, and you said, "What's in the
He
box?"
did. He did.
Everybody make a perception check, please.
I did give it a puzzle look.
Yeah. I got 17.
That'll be a 14 for me.
Damn, that'll be a 7 for me.
Once again, the smartest boy.
This makes no sense. What did
Uh,
Core get?
So Core, you hear him shout something in Dwarvish.
Does he
It's
normally talk in Dwarvish?
Not normally.
Okay.
But he's not here to dispute that. So I'm gonna say it's basically he basically yells shit in Dwarvish. Does anyone speak Dwarvish?
Nope.
Oh, he doesn't even
No.
speak Dwarvish. No, that's Lami. He does speak Dwarvish. I was like, why does he speak Draconic? Never mind. As if I'm on the right page. So
Kendrick, what's your name?
Lythar.
Lythar. Can you speak Dwarvish? You're an elf, so you hate each other.
No, I think I chose orcs as my other language.
Oh.
It's part of my background.
What's my other? Do I have another language? I don't think I do.
Giant.
Oh.
Of course, you speak giant.
All the giants we run into.
It's essentially just English, Chris, just very loud.
Ah.
Hello.
Hello.
It's like talking to Treebeard, except a lot more guttural. But so you hear Core shout something in Dwarvish, and then he yells in common. He just goes, "Get down!" And he goes and puts himself in between the family in the woods. So he's kind of standing in front of the family with his hammer up, and he starts kind of coughing a little bit, but he's got it like he's ready to fight. And from where the three of you are standing in the center of the house, you see shapes start to move out from the woods.
Say troops, I'm sorry.
Hmm?
Did you say troops? I'm sorry.
You see shapes.
Shapes,
How
okay.
big are
see-
these
you
shapes?
see-
Lythar draws his bow instantly and has an arrow knocked. Like, uh-oh. Like, I'm preparing.
How big are these shapes?
They are about human-sized.
Human-sized, okay.
I feel like Lame should burn down the forest.
No, that seems silly. No, maybe that is a good idea.
Uh-oh.
Is Lythar?
I'm
Go
gonna
on,
use
Josh.
a divine sense if I could, real quick.
What that? You sense the divine?
You can detect good and evil and see if there's undead fiends, celestials, that kind of crap near you.
Oh.
Or are they still too far away?
Well, it just works
Within
within
60 feet. Yeah, I'll allow it because there's just kind of stuff hanging out.
You should make the maps in MS Paint.
God damn. Freehand.
Freehand.
So you see coming out of the woods, and with your divine sense, you sense probably four or actually five. There are 5 sources of evil approaching the cabin, or approaching the burned out husk of this house, and they're just breaking through the tree line. And closest to Core is standing between the family and the biggest one of these sources of evil. And it looks like a mix of a man, a bear, and a goblin.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Man, bear, pig.
A puppy monkey baby.
It's covered in this coarse, dark brown fur that's mottled with gray, so it would blend in the woods, and it would blend in with the terrain.
Okay.
And
there's 5 of them.
There are 5 of them. 4 of them are significantly smaller.
Okay.
And they all have like rocks on sticks and some very simple, basic. Some of them are 2 of them are armed with pitchforks that looks like they've been pillaged from a nearby farm. The only one of them that looks more threatening is taller than Core, which is not hard, but it's worth noting that he's fairly tall and has a 2-handed maul, and he's got it propped up on one shoulder as he's kind of walking towards you guys.
Question.
hmm
How far are we from the town?
You guys are.
It was a couple hours or so walk, wasn't it?
It was a couple hours walk. You could probably run it back if you didn't have anything else to do the rest of the day when you got there.
Even from the house that's burnt down.
Correct. It's
Okay.
it's a bit of a hike from the town.
So telling the kids and family to run is not a good idea. Okay.
Correct.
no.
And they are now, so like the family is now more like their crying has changed from sobbing to hysteria,
Oh God.
and now Kenneth is standing, and he's kind of standing between them and his wife, but behind Core. His wife is holding their 2 children, and she's beginning to just like, she's trying, you could tell she's trying to keep calm, but it's not really working. She's trying to keep calm for her kids and keep the kids facing away from whatever these things are, but that's freaking her out because she can't see what they're doing. She has no idea what's happening.
I'm going to say to Ronan specifically, arm yourself, Tiny, and let's rally to the dwarf.
Okay, lizard boy. Before I do
I'm
that,
calling you Tiny forever.
how close to Lythar am I?
Yeah, because I was with. Oh God, are you gonna throw me again?
Maybe.
Jeez. I'm going to go ahead and rally up to Core.
Okay.
If I could.
So
I had walked up to him to talk to him earlier.
Yeah.
the 3 of you are
So I'm
in
right
the center.
there.
The 3
Yeah.
of you are in the center of the house, and Core has his axe up, and he's battle stance, like ready to go. Then so Lami says, arm yourself, and let's rally on the dwarf.
Chris, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I think I am.
Put me on your shoulders, and I'll have my bow drawn. We'll run towards them, and I'll be like, ah!
Not exactly.
That's a great idea.
I was gonna grab you and throw you up on top of the only high-standing structure, which was the chimney,
Mhm.
because you have a bow and arrow.
Is that possible?
Anything's possible.
Like, could I roll
if
for
you're
that?
cool with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Ronan,
I grab a hold of Lythar and let's
That is
pray
highly
for
That's how you, or that's highly elevated compared to where everyone else
yeah.
is.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm down.
Ronan, give me an athletics check.
Oh God.
Is that a
how-
20? A D20?
That's a D20.
Okay.
Lythar,
Oh, God.
give me-
Do you have like
Lythar,
minus
give me
4?
acrobatics.
All right, I got +4 for that. Oh, it's dexterity. That's
I
What'd
right.
got
you roll?
a nat 1.
Okay, Lythar, what's your roll?
I better get a nat 20, so like he fucking drops me and I somehow jump
Was
out of his
that
hands.
an athletics check though, or an aerobics check?
It's athletics, but the nat 1 supersedes.
Oh.
I got a 16. Sorry, math is hard.
Okay. So, through some unspoken assent, Ronan reaches out, grabs Lythar. Where are you gonna grab him? Or are you just gonna do the scruff and the
Probably the back of his shirt again. Yeah.
I'll say if you grab me by the hair, I'm gonna kill you.
Just rip your scalp off.
He gets the belt, and he gets the back of the shirt, and he goes to throw, and he can't get his hand free of your belt. He basically he's instead of grabbing onto the belt, he got his hand under it. And so he goes to let you go, and just like can't. So Lythar, you're like, I'm ready to go, and you go up, and he basically almost rips your pants right off of your body, and you like grab onto the chimney, and so you're holding onto the chimney. You're about, because he's so tall, you're like halfway up the chimney, and he's basically holding you there. Like this.
This sounds like Chris and I in real life.
It does.
How do you guys want to?
So wait,
Can I get my hand free?
So wait, he's still got my belt, right?
Yeah, my hand is stuck in your butt.
It's like stuck in your belt. but you've got your hands on the chimney, and like you've got most of your weight. He's just attached to your butt.
So I just kind of have to like climb a little bit.
You're as high as you can get while being in your current predicament. You basically, your options are try to do something from where you are. You could try cutting your belt free. You could try just like losing your pants entirely.
Lose your pants entirely.
One of those involves you using a knife one-handed while attached to a wall. The other one involves you just undoing a belt buckle and keep climbing.
Can I cut his belt from where I am?
You went for the throw. You went for the.
Oh, okay. So now that was
so
my
you know what?
turn. Kind
Not
of.
Really, I just want to give Lythar an opportunity to get his way out of this situation.
Okay.
He's more intelligent than you. So,
Yeah, you would try to cut my belt and like stab me in the hip. Like that time you did try to fix my belt and you stabbed yourself in the
I
hand
have
at
a
the concert.
big scar to prove
Oh,
it.
that was terrifying. Oh god, this is real life. Wait, so if I cut my belt, my pants won't fall, right?
It'll just be a little baggy for a little bit.
It'll
Yeah.
just be a little baggy until you get a new belt. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take I'll whip out like my short sword and I guess I have to roll well, I don't have a dagger.
Short sword.
I don't think I have a dagger, do I?
You
I
might
have
like
I have
Yeah.
two short or do I have like an equipment thing? Nope. 2 short swords, longbow, armor, arrows. Well, it says I have a backpack, bedroll,
No,
mess kit.
I don't see like an adventurer's tools, and the mess kit's all boxed away. So you can try to use a short sword to do it.
Yeah, I'll try my
That would-
shorts.
That's gonna be.
Wait, could I try an arrow instead?
Arrows are sharp.
And
Yeah. If you want to use an arrow to try and like rip through the leather, that would just be a dex check.
yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, because a short sword would have been dex at disadvantage. You're also mounted to a wall.
Wait, why would it be a disadvantage? Because that'd be hard to do.
Because it's bulky and you're trying to cut something that's attached to you.
So
with one hand.
I'll do an arrow. So that's just a dex check. Is that a saving throw?
No. That'll
So
be a check.
so that's my regular +4 bonus.
Yep.
All right. I got an 11.
Okay.
Is that with your +4?
Yeah.
So you're able to like wiggle it in there, and you pull, and you're able to bust the belt. You do rip up your pants a little more when you get there, and it's not the cleanest. It's not the greatest escape you've ever done.
Sorry, I don't need style points.
But so you're good. So if you want to shimmy your way up the rest of the tower.
Yeah, then I climb up the rest of the chimney.
Okay. Nalami, you're just gonna like kind of plow through are you gonna go around, or are you just gonna like stroll through the debris on your way to core?
I'm gonna go through the debris and just go to core.
No. So Marcus and friends see the elf scrambling his way up up this chimney. His pants are hanging a little lower than they probably should be.
You can see my butt cheeks.
Yeah, you can see. Oh no, you've got boxers on. They have little rubber duckies on them. And you see a dragonborn and this 7-foot tall Goliath just through like this plume of ash and smoke, like kicked up dust. These two guys just strolling through the debris in the house, and all of the little tiny monsters nearby are a little alarmed, because they did not see somehow the 7-foot Goliath and the like 6'8" brass dragon hanging out in his house.
I want to try and intimidate them even more.
Okay.
I'm gonna just kind of let out an extremely loud roar, seeing that they're kind of already afraid.
Ooh, I can't wait. Yeah, give me that sweet intimidation check.
Oh, you might fuck this up, Josh. They might be like, "Oh, this guy don't mean shit."
He's got a +5. Even the only way he has a 1 in 20 chance of botching this.
Fuck yes, that's a 23.
So, he like Lamy just kind of looks around. Actually, ooh. So yeah, describe your intimidation for us, Josh, because they're not gonna like it.
Oh, geez. So shield and sword drawn. I'm just gonna kind of run at them and just unleash this draconic noise that's just unearthly loud.
Mhm.
That's what I'm going for.
Which one are you charging? Are you charging the big scary one, or like the one with the giant maul?
That's the
explain
one
where
on
they
the
are
other
again?
side of
Aren't
core,
they-
right?
So they're in like a semicircle. They're in an arch. Actually, I'm gonna draw this because I have.
I'm just grabbing a beer,
Roaring
but I'm
of a
listening.
key.
Don't worry.
Yeah, you're good.
Josh, when you let out your roar, just so you know, I played the T-Rex roar from Jurassic Park. So that's recorded now.
That's perfect.
Oh, my intimidation is a +3. I'm proficient in intimidating.
Me too, buddy.
His is higher than yours.
Oh,
You're big, but I'm a dragon.
you're a Dargan.
Real quick, ignore my terrible drawing of fucking everything. So, there we go. There we go. So, house, burned up
House.
house, chimney,
Chimney.
Yoski. The colored in square is core. The hashed square is the family.
Mhm.
And this motherfucker is the big guy with the mole.
Yeah, I'm gonna
He's-
run right at the big guy,
Um,
and I'm gonna end my travel standing next to core, if that makes sense.
okay, so you're gonna like
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So with the charge, you just
Mhm.
get that momentum and just start running, and this furry looking humanoid shifts the maul into both hands, kind of matching core, and he sees, and he's looking at you, and he's looking at you, and he sees that you aren't really slowing down in a reasonable manner, and he just like takes a step back and drops the hammer and runs. And his other 4 friends look at him, look at each other, and look back to you guys, and they drop their swords and run.
Now,
Oh,
just
Josh,
for
I
shits
wanted
and
to
giggles,
kill them.
Yeah, just for shits and giggles, from where I'm at, can I even see them, or is it still shadows? Since I'm up higher.
You can see them. They're about to make. They're breaking for the tree line. So if you wanted to take a pot shot at somebody,
Yo,
Yeah,
if we
is
could
that
grab
possible?
one and find out who /
Yeah.
what / why,
Yeah, is
assuming
there a
they are
chance I could-
sentient of some sort,
if you take,
I mean, they could just be things that live in the woods, guys.
they could be with sticks.
yeah, but what if they're not?
I gotta
Exactly.
get my kills up, and we could find out some information.
What's in the box?
So Lythar, if you want to whip out your
My longbow.
on,
Also, you said humanoid, correct?
correct.
My favorite enemy is humanoid. Does that change anything?
I don't have a favorite enemy.
You're not a ranger.
Oh,
You're
You're
You just like fighting things.
Okay.
you kill anything. Your favorite enemy is anything.
true. What's the distance between us and the closest furry boy?
Here, we're gonna do the pot shot at. Are you shooting at the leader?
No, well, the leader left first, right?
The leader is running. You still have a shot on him. If you wanna take a pot shot at him.
Is there?
So you have a favorite enemy. It does not necessarily help in this situation.
Nor
It
does the Colossal Slayers when they're not at full health, right?
correct.
Okay.
How many feet are we talking here?
The big guy is probably what's his speed? He's probably 40 feet away. The main one is about 40 feet away. He's making a beeline straight away from you. Everyone else is turning and running, and they're about 30 feet away. So like if you dropped everything and took off after them, you might be able to catch them.
Well, my javelin's throw range is 30 to 120 feet.
Okay. So figure out who you want to throw it at.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna take a pot shot.
I don't know who I want. Yeah, I mean, the other guys are closer. I don't want to hit. Well, the leader dropped his hammer, right?
Yeah, so he's unarmed right now.
Well, everyone dropped their weapons. They all dropped and ran.
Yeah. Once they start running, you hear Marcus go, "Yeah, you better fucking run." And he turns and he's not yelling at the smaller ones. He's yelling at the guy who dropped his hammers. "You better fucking run. Fucking get you next time."
I'm gonna
All right.
say
I'm
gonna say gather their weapons and let's all head to town.
I'm gonna
You
take a
do
pot
it, yeah.
shot at the big guy.
Yeah, give me
I'll take one at the big guy. So that's just a dexterity check.
So you'll roll a d20. You'll add 8 to whatever
Oh,
that
because of
number
the
is.
longbow. Holy shit!
Yeah, so it's.
I better. Oh baby. I'll fucking knock him in the skull and he'll die and be like, "Well, we didn't get any information." Oh god. I got a 12. That's not that great.
You got a 4 plus 8.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yikes.
I was saying, am I at advantage at all for being elevated?
That's plus 14.
It's all good if not.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, I can't. Let me see.
Josh making my fighty boys run away. I wanted to rage.
I'm just gonna say this. I don't think I've ever seen two people more excited to fight a group of gnolls in my life.
Is that what they are? Are they gnolls?
I think they are.
What's a knoll? I don't even know what that is.
You are tall enough. You're high enough up. Yeah, I'll give you advantage on that.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So yeah, roll it again.
What's a knoll?
16.
That'll hit.
Boom.
So give me 1d8 plus 4.
Let me make sure this is the right disc.
Oh, it's like a hyena
the
looking
diamond?
thing.
D8's the diamondy boy.
I got a 7.
So that's an 11. So it's a gorgeous silhouette because the sun's it's like mid-afternoon. You look up and you see Lythar in this perfect longbow stance
With my long
With his
hair
pants.
flowing in the wind.
and his pants flapping around.
Sorry.
Lines it up.
Sorry.
That it pegs this dude right in the back, and y'all hear this scream right at the edge of the woods. And he stumbles, but he hasn't fallen over yet. So Ronan, if you wanna,
Yeah, I do.
Throw a javelin.
if you wanna take your
So I will.
shot.
Boy. How many?
Javelin.
I could go get it.
You're
How-
really gonna go all the way out there and go get it?
Yes, I love my javelin.
It's only like 100 feet.
How is he 100 feet away now at this point? Is that what we're thinking?
He's at like 60.
So
Or he's
60.
probably like 50 feet. He's on a low little range. He flew about 10 feet when he got shot with a fucking longbow.
So, actions in combat, I have a 2-weapon fighting. Does that mean I could throw 2 things?
You only have 1 javelin.
But I also have axes, which can be thrown range 20 to 60 feet.
This barbarian is insane.
I'm gonna kill all the things!
Just takes 2 axes.
Weapons. I'm pretty sure every one of your weapons can be thrown.
It can be. Except the arm of that thing that I picked up.
Oh yeah,
No,
yours.
you could probably
Barbarian
get it
grabs Marcus and throws him at the giant beast. Come here.
Oh, that's a good idea.
No.
You could probably get the arm trimmed down so you could throw it.
Probably.
I
I don't know what two weapon attacks mean. 2-weapon fighting.
So two weapon fighting. If you click on it, it says when you take the attack action and attack with a light melee weapon you're holding in one hand, you can use a bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon you're holding in the other hand. You do not add your ability modifier to the damage unless that modifier is negative. So, if you want to throw your javelin and then a hand axe with your offhand, sure.
I'm about that. I'm gonna whip my javelin at him. I am proficient with the javelin as well.
Okay. So you will roll a d20 and add 6 to that number.
8, so that's a 14. Mm-hmm.
That's
And do I add strength or dexterity to that at all, or no?
That is your strength modifier plus your proficiency modifier is that plus 6.
Ah, okay.
So it's plus 4 plus 2. So therefore 6. So you see after the super dramatic, Renaissanceian image, this fucking knobby-headed Goliath is just like hucks this thing. His javelin flies like a bullet, and sticks into a tree right next to this guy.
Oh.
All right. So now I'm gonna whip my axe at him because why not?
Okay. Same. So that'll be the same roll you just did. Hopefully.
18 plus
Barbarian
6,
child.
so 24. That has to hit.
Boy.
So the Goliath, he did this beautiful like Olympian javelin throw, and you're just like, now he's just mad.
I rage.
Don't rage, please.
I don't think that does any, unless it makes my axe like lightning powered or something. I don't think it would be worth, because I only have 1 rage left, and
no, you only get that's only melee damage. So yeah, don't help you. And so you just see him like almost like he's just like, man, he's frustrated. He just takes it, he just hucks it. It's almost like, man, he's like kind of pouting, except he's 7 feet tall and pouts really angrily.
By throwing axes at people.
You're like the Hulk, but you can't smash.
she won't let me smash.
His hand axe just tumbles, and, just spirals, and it looks like it's going to hit a tree, and it just hucks through a branch of this tree and just keeps on going. And it comes in and it hits right in the just with the arc, just boom, and it catches him right in the lower spine. And there's another scream. So roll.
It's 1d6 plus 4.
Correct.
It's a d10.
This one you will not add 4.
Oh, okay. Because that's my second thing.
Offhand. Okay, it's your offhand.
I got a nat 1.
Oh.
Damage you cannot nat 1. You just get
okay.
whatever that is.
So I just got 1.
You just dealt 1 damage. So it sinks into like right around his hip. This thing's hip, and there's another scream, and it stops and like pulls the axe out, throws it on the ground, and keeps running. It's got a hell of a weapon. It still has a fucking Or no, it doesn't have it. Right? Did you hit with the bow?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah. So he's
in
still
the
got
back.
he's still got a longbow arrow lodged in his like something important.
I was gonna say, does Lythar take another shot?
But he and everybody else are fucking running. Marcus.
Can Core cast Thunderwave?
Boosh! Marcus and his two goons also take shots. Marcus, and this looks like there's no grandstanding. This is just like they pull up and fire like as all unit.
Like Helm's Deep, arrows flying over.
Like that. But there's no ready aim fire. It is just three dudes in perfect synchronicity.
Oh shit!
Because they've been living and fighting together for so long. Two of these boys hit, and one catches right at the back of his head, or like right at the base of his neck, and he like this thing drops for a second and gets up really woozy and disappears into the woods.
Sad. After all
Marcus just goes, that son of a bitch. All right. Go get your shit. Let's get these people back to town.
Go get your shit, barbarian.
I throw my other axe on the ground and then go get my shit. And then come back for my other axe. Just...
I can't imagine a 7-foot
hissy
fucking
fit.
absolute unit just pouting because he didn't kill something.
A 6 foot 8 hissy fit.
Just go watch Thor Ragnarok. That's what I'm picturing.
Big monster.
Big monster!
Big monster.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna get to that. I'm gonna add a big fire monster just for that.
There we go.
And so everyone gathers up what gear they can. Lyford, do you want to try and find your arrow?
The one, well, it's in his back.
Yeah.
He disappeared, right?
He ran
like-
off into the woods.
Can't you
Marcus
track him? Let's track him.
Marcus
Let's
is
murder
cannibalizing
him.
So my arrow would still, I mean, his arrow would still be in his back, right?
Right. Yeah,
So, I
I
mean-
didn't know if
It'll
you
be a
wanted to check
nemesis
out-
for later.
Shh, don't spoil it. Come back.
Yeah, like I'm gonna leave it in there because I'll know is that motherfucker if he's got a fucking arrow in his back, unless one of his buddies took it out.
No.
Also,
Okay.
wait, Chris, when you went and retrieved your weapons, why didn't you grab the giant ass mace that he dropped on the ground? Hint, hint.
Oh. Well, that was near where I threw my axe on the ground, so I will grab the mace on my way back.
Okay.
So now
Wait,
you got a
where?
fucking
Well,
severed arm and a
someone
mace.
said, Josh said that we should pick up their stuff. So
Yeah, so they don't have it anymore.
yeah. So we can go pick up their stuff.
Okay.
like all the grunt stuff too, the little
Yeah,
guys.
The only thing of any like real combat value or anything is really just like it's a two-handed maul. Like it's more like a splitting maul than like a
So a
Both
big ass
of them.
axe, like a big wood axe kind of deal. It's like a sledgehammer with an edge on the one side.
there's no edge on it.
Okay.
It just looks like a farmer's implement.
Oh
Along
god.
with the pitchforks and stuff like that. Like
Did we try to kill innocent people?
Those were not
An
people.
innocent knoll.
these if anyone wants to make a wisdom or if anyone wants to make a nature check to find out what the hell these things were,
I
would
will do a
accept that.
nature check. My nature is out the ass.
That's you, Kenny B.
Yeah, my nature is +3. That's not out the ass, but it's better probably than what you guys have.
And-
-1.
And so this is where your that's Lami. This is where is that nature? Yeah, so that's an intelligence check, so you get advantage.
I do.
Because these are humanoid enemies.
Sweet. So that means I can roll twice and take the better roll.
Yes, that's correct.
So this two-handed maul, what would this be
Okay.
considered, a club?
We'll get you that weapon once we're done here because we're about to wrap.
So I got a 19,
Mhm.
and then I got a 13. So I'll take the 19.
These were bugbears.
Oh, they were bugbears. I thought
What
they
are
were gnolls.
bugbears?
Bugbear?
Just based on your
those
description,
things-
they sounded
those
like
things-
gnolls.
Ewoks?
It kind of they're a little uglier and meaner than Ewoks. They look a little bit like that.
Oh, hey, look, that's the picture I just found.
That almost looks like an orc almost.
It's a hairy
Unless
orc.
orcs look a lot different in these.
Bugbears are in like a similar family to orcs, kind of like how a bulldog and a mastiff are in the
Yeah.
same family.
Oh, okay, yeah, I just googled
Like,
it too.
Yeah, they're
Oh.
it's
What
the
book
bigger-
is that? Is that like a handbook thing? Or is
It's
it
a
like a
monster
DM
manual.
book?
It's a monster manual.
Oh, I should get something like that.
Especially
not
if you want
really
to
a
run a
DM.
campaign.
Oh, I don't know if I can do that, but
Yeah, monster manuals are like the most useful thing in the
No,
world. to come
no,
on
you're
a
just
campaign.
blurry. There it goes.
It's
Wow,
like a
they have a lot of health.
Yeah.
27?
And so as a general rule, because we're on the internet and everyone has access to these things, there are some modifications. So that guy did not have a shield. So his AC was not 17.
Ah. Does
so
it say
if-
that they have a shield? Hide armor shield. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So there will be some modifications. So if it's purely to stop people from being like, but in the book it's this. I go, yeah, but this is not the book.
yeah, like this is what I
my
want.
It's Curtis's book.
Curtis.
Players really don't need monster manuals.
So you tidy up all the stuff, and Mark is like, now that the danger has passed, the family is much calmer, and they're kind of in shock because this is the second time they've been threatened with death today, and also they did just they're still worried about the dwarf who like tried to electrocute himself. Like there's it's been a really weird 24 hours for this family, and so they just want to go back to town.
Take a
So-
nappy.
Back to town we go then. I really need a long rest.
Yes.
And so
That's what you do in town.
the gaggle of you mosey in.
Gaggle.
For those of you who remember the town when you left that morning, they were rebuilding
The tavern.
They were rebuilding the Long Pike Inn.
Did they do this at Amish speed?
When you come back to town, it's probably like 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, and it's finished.
They did it at Amish speed.
It's a brand spanking new tavern. The stables are still going up behind it, but that's because they had a smaller crew working on that while everyone else finished the tavern.
It's
got-
okay. We don't have any hippogriffs.
Like it's the whole thing is put together, and it's having its opening night festivities are going on inside the tavern. But Marcus kind of ushers you guys away from it towards the mayor's house, where you had all met with the mayor and Lady Cost earlier, with the exception of you, Ronan, because you were in a box.
I was
You were in a
underground.
glass case of emotion.
And so Marcus knocks on the door. Lady Cost opens the door. She goes, "Oh, Marcus!" And she comes in. She gives him a hug. She says, "Oh," and she looks up and she sees the 4 surviving family members that she asked you to go get. Here they all are, intact.
And me!
Yeah.
And she looks like she's about to cry, just because she's so happy. And so she gives each of them a hug and checks in on all of them.
Do I get a hug?
And she goes down the line and she goes to
Breast.
Core. She reaches out her hand for Core to shake, and Core takes her hand and does like the two hands are like, it's good doing like Thank you for your business. Everything went according to plan. Oh God. And
He electrocutes her to death.
as he's shaking her hand, his eyes roll back and it collapses.
He collapses.
It just drops to the floor. And
At least it's not a far drop.
yeah. And Lady Cust sees him drop. And is like, we need to get him inside right now. And Marcus goes to grab him and looks to you guys and goes, well, help me. He's heavy.
I'll pick up the little man and carry him inside.
Okay. So this Goliath
Whips him on his shoulder. Whoop. Yeah.
like he gets like a hand under each arm and just like he's carrying a baby. He's like, let me do this.
I brought you, little man.
I made you tiny man. What do you want? And she's like, no. I would put him upstairs, but you're not gonna fit upstairs.
Oops.
She opens the door.
That's rude.
And the hallway is not the hallway you saw the last time you came here. It now has a 10-foot ceiling and a wide enough hallway to fit this Goliath comfortably. Walking down the hall. And you haven't been anywhere that feels this comfortable since you were a little kid. Or little Goliath.
Little baby. Little 4 foot tall 2-year-old.
It feels appropriately sized for you. And she's like, come with me. And she's walking and she's keeping ahead of you. And it doesn't look like she's moving any faster than a quick walk. And Ronan, you're taking like full strides.
Is she magic? Is she a Goliath?
You could say something in giant if you
something.
You could say something in giant if you want to see if she's real. See if she knows anything.
I'll say, wow, you walk fast in giant. Which is really just, whoa, you walk fast.
She turns to look at you, and she says back to you in giant, well, you're walking really slow. Come on, let's go save his life.
What?
Okay. And then I start trotting after her.
And everyone else is keeping pace, no matter what speed. Like,
wait, so we're all following them?
I assumed you were all following. If you
yeah,
want
yeah.
to, yeah.
No, yeah. So can I do something?
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
So she So she just responded to him in giant. Can I speak to her in Elvish and see if she responds in Elvish, just to see if she knows like how to speak any fucking language?
Yeah. What do you want to say?
You got tight ass, girl.
Look at them buns stroll down the hallway. No,
God, I'd love to watch you leave.
No, I'll just say like, don't tell me you speak Elvish, the native Elvish language too, in Elvish, which I don't know how to say that.
Don't tell me you speak Elvish, in the native tongue of Elvish.
So just be like, don't tell me you know how to speak Elvish. She
Yeah.
goes, what? And she's like, you speak it, why can't I?
Oh, so
she was
she's
in Elvish. And,
Lythar instantly shits himself. And then the poop drips out the ripped pants. And I'm just
and so Lami, you heard her say that in Elvish to him, and she turns to look at you and says in Draconic, "What, are you going to play this game too?"
Well, I mean, just
Yes. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I'm looking kind of confused.
You're a confused bronze dragon.
She goes, "Good. Now that that's out of the way," and she points to another door, and it opens up into the same living room that you were all in before. She goes, "Put him there. Put the dwarf on the cot. I'll need to work on him.
Wink.
Rest of you, make yourselves comfortable. This is going to be a minute. There's food in the kitchen. For those of you who don't know where it is, show him where it goes."
49ers.
49ers. So Lady Cost points points at you, Lami, and you, Lythar, and she goes, show the big one where the kitchen is, and get yourself some food and some sleep.
I like the kitchens.
And the mayor steps out of a wall, and he goes, "Oh, welcome back." And he looks up at the Goliath, and he goes, "Hello, sir."
He came out of a wall,
Yeah,
like a solid wall. He just materialized out of a wall.
he's. You can check.
Like perception check?
Like, well, because like, how does Ronan react to the fact that this man just stepped out of a wall?
I'm gonna jump backwards and detect magic.
So yeah, this place is. What color are you using for illusion magic?
Everything
no
turns
idea.
blue. Whoa.
The illusion-y color.
There's a couple of those. We'll do illusions like an iridescent, like like the hologram, like when you look at a hologram card.
Obi-Wan, you're my only hope.
But
Little
it doesn't-
shiny,
you're
shimmery
looking at
boy.
you're looking at it wrong, and it's like that weird rainbowy iridescent, almost like
Okay.
oil on water.
Okay.
It's it's in everything.
What's going on here? Bethist. Except without the Bethist. What's all this magic around?
This is my home, good sir.
And who are you?
I'm the mayor of this fair town. And he kind of bows. And he is not illusory. He's not an illusion, and neither is the lady who's taking care of Core. Those two are like the only two non-illusion things in this house.
Why are there all these illusions?
Because life would be boring if it was normal. And this is far more convenient and absolutely befuddles people when they try to rob me. Come on, you look hungry. Let's get you some food.
I do like food.
Completely
Fine.
forgets about the illusions. I like.
Just come this way. And he like pushes on a wall, and a door shows up, and he turns the handle and steps through into the kitchens. He goes, "Come on, let my wife work. She'll take care of it."
Guess
I'm
I'll
gonna be
follow.
in the kitchen. I want food.
Yeah, I'll follow. Hesitantly.
Before we get too far,
I whip my javelin at him. Not really.
be careful. Because at a certain point, once we get more comfortable, if you say something like that, I'm going to take it as genuine, and there's no takebacks.
Okay.
Just a warning to keep everybody on task, because that's my favorite thing. But we'll explain that later. He's like, by the way, do we know what happened to our short stout friend here, so I can help my wife later on in the process? What happened to him?
I'm gonna leave that up to Lythar, because he's the more intelligent one of the three of us.
I mean, you saw it. I didn't.
Yeah, I'm just all right. So, I guess the barbarian looks at me like, "Oh." I just say, our good barbarian friend here noticed some dark magic inside of the dwarven's body. Something we may assume may be one of those tiny creatures we've been hunting. So then, the stupid-ass dwarf tried to electrocute it out of himself and practically almost killed us all. That's pretty much what happened.
The mayor looks up at Ronan and goes, "Is this true?"
Yes.
He looks at Lame and he goes, "Are they telling the truth?"
I believe so.
Just ask the family. They were there. We all held hands. It was a great moment.
He looks over at the family and goes, I'll check over them as well. But thank you. He gestures to the kitchen and he goes, "Eat whatever you like." And then off of the kitchens, there's a couple more couches and things. Please relax. We'll take care of you. And we'll let you know how our short friend is doing in the morning.
I love that he's called Short Friend.
In the
This
meantime,
makes me happy.
welcome back, and I'll be sure to settle up on payment in the morning. And he takes a step. He gives another polite bow to all of you and goes back to working with his wife. So y'all mosey into the kitchens. Similar setup where it is like it is the perfect ideal meal for after a long day of adventuring.
Salad. No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly what you want to eat after a
Caesar
long
salad
day,
wraps.
with a perfect dessert. So Ronan, what is your perfect traveling food? What is the food you would want to eat? Your character would want to
Perfect
eat after a
traveling
long-
food. Just
after a long day of fighting and walking. What do you want to eat and drink?
some like 6 huge turkey legs
Okay,
with just like a gallon of mead.
okay. Lummy.
No vegetables.
Just a whole roasted pig on a spit.
I really wanted you to say chicken. Just like just one whole roast chicken. Just
And also a bunch of meat.
Lythar, what are you drinking?
I'm making
I'm
meat
gonna.
right
s-
now, Chris.
I mean, I
Who?
don't really. I'm assuming it's gonna be salad stuff. I think that's what elves eat.
You can do like fruits and other stuff. There's
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be like a grand platter of like fruits and salad, and then I'm
Salad.
also
they give
and
you
I'm
cheeses and stuff like that.
yeah I'm talking like fancy buffet, like those platters with cheese and
Okay.
fruit and salad, like basically anything like that. And I'm gonna have a giant ass. Think about like Cersei and her giant vase of wine. I have one of those, but
Okay.
although I'm an elf and I'm a wine drinker, Lythar's growing very much accustomed to this giant barbarian friend he has bestowed upon.
Yeah.
So he's curiously looking upon his mead like, what is that?
I'm just like drinking and just
And I kind of like nudge him like, hey, can I try that?
here you go, little friend.
And I'm assuming Lythar takes a drink and almost chokes on it. Probably.
Well, you're Lythar, so I mean, if you want him to choke on it, or if you want him to be like,
Nah.
that's not bad.
I take a decent little gulp and I go,
I'm gonna rip a leg off of the pig and push it towards the elf's face. Be like, one bite.
I say, sure, dragon boy. And I try the turkey leg
No, that's a pig.
or pig leg, and I'm not ecstatic, but I'm not displeased. I've just never had anything like it, but I'm like not upset about it.
So another vegetarian turns to the dark side.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Let's hear it for the elvish boy.
So
I feel like I'm
I
turning
think
into
that's
core.
I think that's an excellent point to posit.
Long rest?
We have this lovely image of the three of you sitting around a kitchen table, sharing food and getting to know each other maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, please have a long rest.
Boom.
So
Wait, do I have to click something to do that?